Guy makes no apologies for literally anything. The way he dresses, the way he acts, he just does what he does. And Guy's backstory with his father might die. That's revealed much later in the series, and it was the backstory I did not know I needed. And there is respect that comes along with the mastery of something, even if people don't think you're super cool or whatever. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren, and over here we discuss life topics by analyzing characters from popular TV and film. So today we are going over some confidence hacks, and the character we are looking at is Might Guy from the Naruto series. So Might Guy is introduced pretty early on in the series, and when he's presented to us, I don't think a lot of us knew how to feel about him. He was kind of odd. He had a weird relationship that we didn't quite understand just yet with Lee. And it just took a minute to get to know him and to understand what he was all about. But one thing that's very clear and noticeable about Guy is that he seems extremely confident in what he says and what he does and how he presents himself. He's not afraid to speak up. He's not afraid to get in front of people and just be weird. He just has this level of confidence in the way that he carries himself. Lee sees it, and that's what draws him to Guy in the first place. So we're going to look at some of the things that Guy does in order to build his confidence and in order to maintain his confidence, and see how maybe we can employ some of those tactics in our own lives. So let's get started. Number one, give into your unique, one-of-a-kind, and weird side, even if you're afraid that other people might judge you. When you give into that side of you, when you give into your one-of-a-kind personality or one-of-a-kind presentation of yourself, it almost makes other people second guess what it is that they're even seeing. If you're weird and insecure and you're not sure and you present yourself in a weak way and you're weird, you make yourself a target for a great deal of criticism, and they're going to feel like you're not confident in it, so I definitely don't have to believe in it. But when you're confident and maybe a little strange and you have given into just being your complete self, people second guess their own assumptions about you. They may have been going in about to say a joke, but they second guess themselves. They're like, maybe I saw wrong, because if I was dressed like that, I would feel like a fool. But you're carrying around like you doing something, so maybe I'm gonna fall back, and maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe I'm judging it wrong. That's what confidence can do. So as cliche as it is, it pays to be yourself and to be proud of who you are and to present yourself in a proud, not prideful, but proud as in I am behaving consistent with who I am and I'm happy about that way. We can see Guy Sensei do that throughout the series. Guy makes no apologies for literally anything. The way he dresses, the way he acts, he just does what he does, and he does it so boisterously and without missing a beat that it's almost like, are you gonna say something? I'm not gonna say anything, because he seems to know what he's doing. I mean, is there really anything I can say? I mean, he's weird, but what are we gonna say about him? There's nothing to hold against him. We could say something, oh, you're odd, you're a weirdo, but is it even gonna affect him? No, so I won't even say anything. And when you put your true self out there, you attract other people that are truly interested in you and okay with you. Through Guy being himself confidently, he was able to be kind of a beacon of light and a source of inspiration to one of the best characters in the show, Rock Lee. Lee saw in Guy what he wanted to be. He was inspired, and he kind of attached himself to Guy. Lee saw something in Guy that he was afraid of revealing in himself, and through watching Guy, he was able to reveal that about himself, making them both stronger. You can inspire other people with your boldness and who you are. Another thing about Guy that was rather maybe a little strange is that he just truly loves a challenge. He loves to challenge himself, he loves to challenge other people, and he's rather relentless with it. But that's just the way that he is. He's not hurting anyone. And in being himself and just engaging in all those challenges, one, he became insanely strong, but he made a friend in Kakashi by constantly challenging him, by constantly asking him to engage in battle. And even though Kakashi thought he was odd and maybe a little bit annoying at first, Guy was so confident in the way he was doing things that it had put down the defenses of even Kakashi to the point where they became best friends, rivals. When you are confident in who you are, you keep going forward and you present that out and project that out to the world. Opportunities and doors are opened up to you. So be ready for that. All right, number 2 is an idea that is presented later in the series. Guy's backstory with his father might die. That's revealed much later in the series, and it was the backstory I did not know I needed. I love that episode showing the relationship between Guy and his father because it was such an integral part to Guy's storyline and then just to the overall theme of the show. And one of the phrases that is revealed in these episodes is the phrase, "Thank you for the support." Guy and Guy and his dad are both a little bit ostracized from their community because they only know taijutsu, and they are a bit odd looking and a bit odd acting as far as the other members of the community are concerned. So they ostracize them a bit, they pick on them a bit. And anytime they see the two training, whenever they see the two out and about, someone has something to say, usually something negative to them. And in response to this negativity, Guy's father responds, "Thank you for the support." And this is the idea I want to look at. If you find your confidence is being affected by other people's negative comments to you, bullying, then it might be time to take this approach. All press is good press to Might Die. As far as he's concerned, and yes, he's delusional, but his delusion serves him in his case. Otherwise, he would just walk around with no confidence, feeling terrible about himself because everybody's picking on him. But he is delusional in the best way. Instead of taking the negative things that people are saying and applying them to himself and accepting them, he says, "Thank you for the support." All press is good press. As far as he's concerned, they were giving him compliments. As far as he's concerned, they were giving him attention and saying, "Keep going forward with what you're doing. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for acknowledging me and cheering me on," because in his mind, that's what he turned those negative thoughts into. And some of us need to do the same thing because we are letting other people ruin, absolutely body our confidence. And we know that eventually, although when he was a kid, the guy didn't really understand why his father was doing that. He was a bit embarrassed by the way that he did things. He eventually adopted this method as well, and it's what benefited him in the end, and into, not in the end, but into adulthood. So if you're like Guy, people already think you're weird. People already think you're different, strange, don't want you to be a part of their group, all that. This is especially important for you because just by virtue of being different in a way that is not considered cool, popular, or attractive, people are going to send negative talk, negative comments your way. Just because people are people. I don't know why they do it, but it is what it is. So it would behoove you to turn that foolishness into fuel to propel you to where you need to go. Become delusional because people can be absolutely relentless. That means you have to be relentless as well. As much as people tear you down, you have to build yourself back up. Unless people are giving you real constructive criticism, and maybe it's negative, but it's useful to you, of course you can use that. But if people are just hurling insults your way, thank them for their support and know that they're watching you. Since they're watching so hard, look, watch this. Watch me succeed. Watch me get confident. Watch me do everything that I set out to do since you want to watch. And show all the way out. Some people have to promote and market to get people to fill the stadium to come see them. But weird ostracized people, and this is like, and this is a weird way to say it, but bear with me. But weird people, the people that people pick on and pay all this attention to, you already have a stadium full of people and you didn't have to do anything but be yourself. You may say, well, there's a stadium full of people shouting negative things at me. Yeah, but it's a stadium full of people. Other people don't have that. Normal people don't have a stadium full of people willing to listen to what they say, finding them interesting enough to watch, to comment on. So use that to your advantage, just like I. Okay, you want to watch me and my son train? Fine. $10 admission, please. You want to watch me and Lee and make fun of us and stuff? Okay, have a seat. And don't be making a whole lot of noise. Thank you for the support. Come again. Okay. So number 3 is to become insanely good at something. This is a common one, but it's really important. We can clearly see that with Guy. There are several things about ourselves that we can lack confidence in. It could be the way you look, the way you talk, the way that other people perceive you in general. Just, it could be a million different things. But one thing that can help us out is to become like really good, as in be the go-to person for certain things. It can make you just move completely different and feel a completely different way about yourself. Clearly for Guy, this is his high level of taijutsu. He's extremely skilled. He is the GOAT of taijutsu. There are a lot of things you can say about Guy, but what you're not going to say is that he can't fight. He's a pro, and there is respect that comes along with the mastery of something. Even if people don't think you're super cool or whatever, if you rule in an area, if you're really, really good at something, respect follows that. So if you're trying to feel more confident, pick out a couple of things, or maybe just one thing, and really pour into yourself in terms of getting better at it. And this will give you some leverage in terms of the way that you are perceived by other people. And to the best of your ability, when you're trying to find that thing to become really good at, make sure you pick something that is actually useful, something that maybe other people could come to you for, that you could be the go-to for, and you'll feel better about yourself, and then other people will confirm that too by needing you for that thing. Guy was able to leverage his taijutsu probably most notably in the fight with Madara. He was basically the only one that was able to face Madara at that particular point in time when all hope was lost. No one knew what to do. No one could do anything. The only thing that would even begin to damage Madara was taijutsu. And you had Guy. He was able to leverage his expertise in an area, and he became really the hero of that moment. He was a standout character in the war. So become super good at something, master it, maybe a couple of things, and you will begin to feel better about yourself, and other people will likely begin to respect you more as well. Okay, so that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you guys in the next video.